Oh my god. Oh shit. Whew. What's going on, man? I'm beat the fuck up, man. I beat the fuck up. Oh, what's going on, guys? Man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. What's this? Oh my god, guys, you don't understand. My back, everything is hurting. Everything is hurting. I just drove 1,800 miles in Alaska. Anchorage to Prudhoe Bay, Prudhoe Bay to Anchorage. Non-stop, almost. No gas, just gas and food and that's pretty much it. I'm half dead. I almost hit a moose. I almost hit a caribou. I'm half dead. The airline flights with the mask were a little bit insane, but it's okay. That mask got me through some tough times. The rental agencies were very polite in Anchorage. I appreciate the shout out to the rental agencies over there. They do a really good job. But I am beat. I'm not really tired. I'm just beat. Like I have a vibration in my body from doing that much traveling so fast. The worst part is when you're waiting between flights or you're waiting in line to get checked by the TSA and they make you go through these machines, these whole body machines, and it's just very uncomfortable and I think it's a little intrusive. Then you can't take a Dr. Pepper. They say, sir, you have to dispose of that. I feel like that's a scam or something. I'd be like, look, I'll drink this right in front of you, but I want my Dr. Pepper. So I got a Dr. Pepper and drank it on the airplane because they have Dr. Peppers there. And I told the lady the situation and she gave it to me for free. I got denied for the job in Prudhoe Bay because of They gave me the option to say this. This is what they told me. So when I was in Prudhoe Bay, they said, are you sure that you'll be able to not lose your medication? Because if you lose your medication in Prudhoe Bay, the nearest doctor to prescribe those medications are in Fairbanks. So in the wintertime, there is no way to get medication quickly to where you need to get it to. There's no quick solution to get the medication. I asked, what about a 3-month supply? The guy said, no, they only do monthly supplies. So the only way to get the medication is to fly it during the winter to land at an airport, which is very dangerous because most of the time it's snowing and it is very windy. So they said you're pretty much denied, and so they told me to drive back, and they gave me a gas card, and I drove back to Anchorage, and then from Anchorage I flew to Los Angeles. I had to wait, oh my god, I had to wait like 7 hours to get on another airplane to get to Dallas, and then from Dallas to San Antonio. It was a quick transfer from LA to Dallas to San Antonio. The Dallas airport is not that complicated because I've been through it multiple times, but it's huge. And then it was a really quick flight to San Antonio. It only felt like we were just in the air for a few minutes, but it was a lot longer than that. But it was a really quick flight, if that makes sense. Like, it didn't even take that long. I mean, Dallas to San Antonio is like 280, 90 miles. So as soon as we got up in the air, we were practically already landing. It was beautiful up there. It was very beautiful up in the air. I like being up in the air. However, when I was flying from San Antonio to Seattle, there was a lot of turbulence near the New Mexico Colorado border for some reason. There was just a lot of turbulence, and my Dr. Pepper spilled all over me. I am half fucking dead. I feel like a vibration in my body. It's weird. Like, I haven't been able to, like, just nerves, I guess you could say, because it's not nerves from the anxiety. It's just the vibration of the airplanes, the vibration of the rental cars. Oh, it was a truck, but it was a very nice vehicle. Um, but I did love Alaska. You know, it was very beautiful there, very beautiful. Alaska is a very beautiful place. Obviously not during the winter, but it was beautiful. Driving on the Dalton Highway was the most beautiful experience I have ever experienced in my life. I never felt so free. A lot of potholes. Almost slid off multiple times, even going at 30 miles an hour. Very dangerous. No cell phone service. Did have a satellite phone, but there was no cell phone service. And then the only cell phone service was in Prudhoe Bay, Coldfoot, Fairbanks, and pretty much from Fairbanks to Anchorage. But the cell phone towers out there are really unnatural. They're huge, and they're taller than normal, and I guess because of the range between cell phone towers is pretty insane. If you look at the cell phone towers between Fairbanks and Coldfoot, you would freak out. Um, there's not much out there. The gas pumps are completely different than the rest of the country. Um, they actually have things to where you can close the hatchet while you're getting gas because of the wind, I guess, and the snow. You can actually, while you're going into the pump to put how much, or to get gas for your vehicle, there's an actual hatch that you can close because it's always windy and extremely cold there. So after you put your gas in, there's this big hatchet that you can raise down, and it'll protect you from the cold while you're entering your credit card information or whatever. Insane. AT&T does really good, really bad actually. It's roaming, but then it stopped roaming. It was really weird. It was roaming and then it stopped roaming, and it said GCI Communications. Absolutely crazy. Verizon, Visible wasn't even supposed to work out there. I looked at my phone and there was LTE, surprisingly. Yeah, and surprisingly there was service on both providers. I was shocked that Visible worked out there because it's not supposed to work out there, but it did. Visible was not supposed to work out in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, but it did. I don't know why. Maybe I got lucky. Maybe they're not enforcing the policy. I don't know, but it said there was no coverage out there. I didn't expect to have coverage, and Visible worked just fine out there in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. Insane. That was the most northern oil refinery area in North America. It is it is the biggest refinery in North America. It is beautiful. The thing I like about it, it's quiet. A little bit too quiet though, but it is very quiet over there. It's peaceful. Very dusty. So there was a lot of black dust on the back of the truck. It was really fucking dusty. It's because there's a lack of concrete. They don't use concrete up there. It's like a permafrost. The air, guys, you don't understand. The air was so clean. I could breathe so much better up there. I don't know why. Maybe because it was cooler, but I could just I took very little breaths and I was just like, and it was clean. You could smell the cleanliness of the air. You smelled nothing, no smell at all. You can't smell car fume. You can't smell nothing out there. There's no smell. It's pure Arctic, crystal clean air. There's no dirtiness to the air. It's crystal clean. It was beautiful. And then seeing LA as we're coming in from Santa Monica area, landing at LAX. You see all the smog in the background, but man, LA looked beautiful. And then I look down to Venice Beach, and I see a lot of homeless camps and tents from the airplane. And I'm like, what happened to Venice? And I was like, no, what happened to Venice? Because you can, as you're landing, you can see, if you look quickly enough, you'll see Venice Beach and Marina del Rey and stuff like that. And I looked and I'm like, oh no, what happened to Playa del Rey and Playa Vista? And you just see nothing but the homeless cats. I was like, what happened to LA? I didn't say it out loud, but it's just like, what happened to the beach, man? It used to be pretty chill. Like in 2013 and 12. It was chill. And then walked half a mile to get to the other terminal and then waited there for hours because there was no flights, and then switched finally. I tell you what, man. America is a beautiful country, man. I really hate to see people try ruining this beautiful place. Alaska really is the final frontier. I mean, there's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like the final frontier of America. I mean, that is the most beautiful, deserted, quiet, and peaceful place I've ever been to. Getting gas was an experience. You could hear the gas being pumped into the car because it's so quiet. There's no other vehicles running. In cold flood especially, it was super quiet. You could hear a pin drop. You could hear you could hear every single noise possible in these areas because there's nothing else out there except, and you can hear the animals too. You can hear the animals walking. I found a couple spots where there was some caribou walking near the road, and I hear them. You could hear the little. You could hear them walking through the woods because it's that quiet. There's just the wind and the animals, and you don't hear nothing else but the wind and the animals. And if you're in an area where it's like flat, then there's no noise at all. It's just wind noise, complete silence. There's no noise at all. It's creepy, but it's also very peaceful. Like right now, all the noises coming back to Texas, I can hear all the noises. I can hear a rumbling. I can hear my fan. I can hear all that crap was quiet in Alaska, and so crazy shit. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.